Hello again, and welcome back to Worms. So, I don't know where I'm going to be living next year, so I don't really have a gauge of the ceiling height and where I'd put the worm curtain yet. So I've decided, instead of continuing the strand that I started last time, I'm going to work on a new one. And so, like the picture I showed last time, which I'm going to put here again, essentially how it works is not only do they go rainbow like up and down, but they go rainbow across as well. So this time I'm going to start with the orange worm instead of the red worm. Also, it turned out that the worms that I got have a couple of extra shades of red and blue that I didn't really notice, but at this point I don't really care. So I just have extra red and blue worms. But since this is going to take a while, I'm going to get started. I feel like to keep these interesting, I'll just tell weird worm facts. Alright, so I don't need to unravel this guy, because this is the top of the string and I'm going to connect it to the other worms. So instead, I'm going to use this tail and connect it to the red worm, like I did last time. Or, not the red worm. What am I thinking? I'm going to connect it to the yellow worm. We've been learning about worms in my core bio class. They're apparently very useful. This specific worm, it's called C. elegans. It's very useful for lab research because, like, it's one of the only things we have, like, the full, like, neuronal circuit mapped out. Oh god, have I forgotten? I've forgotten how to tie a knot again. Orange, yellow, green? See, I seem to be incapable of remembering anything from elementary school at this point. Because I am a fool and a clown. Wow. So apparently there's like two different versions of this shade of blue. They're not that different, which is why I'm just using one of them per strand. I feel like I'm gonna end up with a lot of extra blue worms later, but I'm not gonna, that's not a problem for me now, that's a problem for me later. Let's get some more C. elegans facts going on. So C. elegans is like, so it's commonly known as the nematode worm. It's like, I think, 1 millimeter long. Yeah, and it's, so its entire nervous system is mapped. I can't believe I forgot the word for nervous system. Which makes them handy for neurobiology, which is what my core bio is about. We share 38% of our genome with C. elegans. So I like to say I'm 38% worm, even though that's a deliberate misinterpretation of that fact. But I feel like, you know, it's the little things that bring you joy at this point. Like the fact that I now have 4 worms on strings tied together. He's a tangled boy. He can be a horrifying abomination, and I will still love him. I can tie knots. Improvement. That's what matters here. It's real big fatal error hours over here. Higher worm density. Kudos to my core bio professor for making the class interesting, because I've read about rats and mice on like all sorts of different drugs. Rats on coke, rats on meth. Worms are weird. They have like, I mean, like C. elegans has no like formal brain, but it has like a full nervous system. But it has no eyes or ears, it just kind of like wiggles around for like 2 weeks, and that's its life. That's a little sad. I like to think I'm moderately well educated. I don't know if that's actually true. Oh no, wormy friend, I will free you from your hell. No problems here, I just tied an extra knot in the string, that's fine. Well, that went significantly faster than last time. So here we are, worm strand 2. We're gonna stretch this buckaroni out. Yeah, we got a good amount of worm going on. Lots of worm. I can wear it like this, so I will. So I think moral of the story is once you've done something once, you get better at it. Once you forget how to tie knots, learning is a lot harder, but like repeatedly remembering how to makes your life easier. Because though I spent the first like minute or so forgetting how to tie a knot, I remembered a lot faster than I did last time. Because it took me 7 minutes to remember how to tie a knot. And now I have 2 cool worm scarves instead of 1. My other cool worm scarf is not right here, but rest assured, it will have friends now. Very exciting. So yeah, send me some things to talk about, because I think I spat out the same C. elegans facts like 3 times. And I hope you enjoyed. Maybe I will show how I eventually construct the curtain, depending on where I end up living next year. Bye!